Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss, should you scratch your nose when you're meditating? Came to this topic because I was scrolling through Reels on Facebook one day and I came across this video. I will link it in the notes. In it, we are encouraged to scratch our nose if it itches during meditation. We are also encouraged to consider in what other areas of our life are we denying ourselves comfort. I wholeheartedly agree with this sentiment. Too often I hear from people who will put off taking a pain reliever when they have a headache, or who will not take time off from work when they are sick or burnt out. But as improv actors and my own therapist likes to say, yes and. Sometimes there is value in sitting with discomfort and learning to tolerate some distress. As you may recall from the video I did on the benefits of mindfulness meditation, I'll link that also in the notes. Meditation helps us to slow down and to not act on automatic pilot. If you have the tendency to speak before you think, if your anxiety is the driver of your life bus and you automatically avoid or seek reassurance around anxiety, or if you are struggling with any type of compulsive behavior, there can be some benefit to sitting with this sensation of itching on your nose. Why is it always the nose that itches during meditation? Am I right? Personally, mindfulness meditation helps me to be less emotionally reactive, to sit with some uncomfortable emotions without immediately reaching out to resolve them, giving me some space between a stressor and my reaction. For that reason, when my nose itches, I try to sit with it. How? Good question. It's not hard to notice an itch when I'm meditating. It screams out for my attention. When that happens, I will shift my attention from my breathing and observe the sensation of itching. I will say to myself, this is what an itch feels like. I will invite curiosity around the sensation, trying to avoid labeling it as unpleasant or pleasant. Let's be real, it's unpleasant. I will remind myself that I can sit with discomfort and that the itch may pass on its own without taking action. This is a lesson that most discomfort, especially uncomfortable emotions, will pass. And I turn my attention back to my breathing. To this inhale, to this exhale, and very often the itch passes. This is an act of fierce self-compassion, recognizing the easy thing is not always the thing that is aligned with my long-term goals. Some days it takes all my effort just to get onto my cushion. It takes all my effort to pry myself away from mindlessly scrolling to sit and be mindful. On those days, I invite ease into the process. I remind myself that I deserve comfort and care. On those days, I may use extra cushions to support my meditation posture. On those days, I might scratch my nose if it itches during my practice. This is an act of tender self-compassion, recognizing just like I would want my friend to be comfortable, I too deserve comfort. So, should you scratch your nose if it itches during meditation? The unsatisfying but real conclusion is that it depends. It depends on what you're hoping this practice will provide you. It depends on what your larger goals are outside of mindfulness meditation, off the cushion. And maybe it depends on the day, the week, or the month. The best rule of thumb I can give you is to make the decision before you sit for this day's practice. Do you need tender self-compassion or fierce self-compassion today? And go give the Daily Victorian a follow. I always enjoy her videos and take away precious pearls of wisdom. Don't forget to like and subscribe.